All right, so welcome to your personalized deep dive.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, personalized.
Yeah, well, it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's for our listeners.
Yeah, yeah.
Today, we're heading down to the Sunshine State
Okay.
to explore the future of cybersecurity in Florida.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, so we're going to be unpacking this article from PCS Florida
Okay.
called 5 Cybersecurity Trends Every Florida Business Should Watch in 2025.
Catchy.
Yeah, I know you're thinking cybersecurity sounds a little dry, right?
Right.
But trust me, this is important stuff,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you're running a business in Florida these days.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
From bustling restaurants in Miami
Yeah.
to tech startups in Orlando, Florida, businesses are relying more and more on technology.
Oh, yeah.
And that means the risk of cyber attacks is only growing.
For sure.
So let's dive in and see what's lurking on the digital horizon.
Okay.
And more importantly, how you can protect yourself.
Sounds good.
So what's fascinating about this article is that it zeroes in on trends specific to Florida businesses.
Yeah.
It recognizes that the challenges and opportunities for like a beachside souvenir shop
Uh-huh.
are going to be different from, say, a financial firm in Jacksonville.
Right. So it's not just about general cybersecurity tips.
Right.
It's about tailoring strategies to the unique landscape of Florida's businesses.
Exactly.
And speaking of unique, the first trend we're tackling is the double-edged sword of AI.
Okay.
Now, this isn't science fiction. AI is already playing a huge role in cybersecurity, both for the good guys and the bad guys.
Yeah.
I'm picturing some super-powered hacker using AI to launch attacks. But then on the flip side, you've got businesses using AI as their digital bodyguard
Right.
to stop those attacks in their tracks. Is
Yeah.
that kind of what we're talking about here?
That's a great way to visualize it.
Yeah.
This actually reflects a broader trend of AI's impact across all sorts of industries. But in the cybersecurity world, AI is being used to sift through mountains of data,
Okay.
spot patterns that might signal an attack, and even predict future threats before they happen.
Wow.
Think of it as having an AI security guard that never sleeps,
Oh, okay.
constantly learning and adapting to new dangers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty reassuring, but it also makes me wonder,
Yeah.
are Florida companies actually using this AI-powered security right now? Or is it something we'll see more of in the future?
It's happening right now.
Okay.
Some Florida businesses, particularly in finance and healthcare,
Uh-huh.
are already using AI for things like real-time threat detection
Okay.
and fraud prevention.
Uh-huh.
They're moving beyond those basic antivirus programs
Okay.
and using AI to analyze user behavior, spot anomalies in network traffic, and basically catch those sneaky attacks that traditional methods might miss.
Wow, so AI is really on the front lines.
It is.
Okay, so AI is potentially protecting our data. But what about this ransomware as a service thing?
No.
It sounds like something you'd order off a secret menu.
It almost is.
Yeah.
Ransomware as a service, or RAAS, is
Yeah.
a pretty disturbing trend where cybercriminals are essentially selling ransomware tools and services on the dark web.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Before, launching a ransomware attack required some serious hacking skills.
Yeah.
Now with RAAS, it's almost as easy as setting up an online shop.
Really?
Anyone, regardless of their tech know-how, can launch an attack.
So even the little family-run bakery down the street could become a victim of a ransomware attack.
Unfortunately, it's a real possibility.
Oh, wow.
And that's why it's so critical for businesses of all sizes in Florida to take this threat seriously. RAAS is making cybercrime more accessible,
Right.
which means everyone's vulnerable.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about serious stuff here,
Right.
but imagine this. The local bakery suddenly can't access their recipes or customer orders
Right. Yeah.
because their system's been hijacked.
Oh, wow.
It could cripple their business.
Yeah.
This highlights why things like regular data backups and strong endpoint protection are non-negotiable these days.
Yeah.
We've seen cases where small businesses were hit with RAAS attacks, forced to pay huge ransoms just to get their own data back. Yeah,
That's scary stuff.
it is.
It's like anyone can become a digital hostage now.
Yeah.
Speaking of vigilance, the next topic is zero trust architecture, which
Whoa.
sounds incredibly intense. Is this something straight out of a spy movie?
It might sound like it,
Yeah.
but the concept is actually pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Think of zero trust like having a super strict bouncer at the entrance of your network.
Okay.
Absolutely no one gets in without proving who they are,
Right.
even your most trusted employees.
Wait, so even if I trust my employees completely,
Yeah.
I still have to jump through hoops to access the network?
Yeah.
Isn't that a little overkill, especially for smaller businesses?
You might trust your employees, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But what if someone accidentally clicks a bad link?
Okay.
Or what if a disgruntled worker tries to steal data?
Right, right.
Zero trust assumes everyone needs to be checked, just in case.
Okay.
Remember, threats can come from both outside and inside a network.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about suspecting everyone. It's about verifying everything to minimize risk.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I guess it's better to be safe than sorry in this digital world.
for sure.
So, how would a Florida business actually put this zero trust thing into practice?
It involves things like implementing multi-factor authentication,
Okay.
which you might already be using for your online banking or email.
Right.
But think about extending that to every single point of access in your business.
Okay.
It also means constantly monitoring network activity for anything suspicious
Uh-huh.
and limiting access to sensitive data based on very strict verification.
So even if a hacker manages to slip through one layer of security, they'll be met with a whole bunch of other checkpoints. It sounds pretty effective.
It has the potential to be a game changer, especially in the future.
Okay.
But even with the most advanced tech in place,
Yeah.
there's one weak spot that's tough to address: human error.
Oh, yeah. The good old human factor.
Yeah.
We can have all the fancy security systems in the world,
Yeah.
but all it takes is one wrong click on a phishing email,
Right.
and boom, the whole system is compromised.
Yep.
You know, I actually almost fell for one of those sneaky phishing scams a while back.
Really?
Yeah, they're getting so good at making those emails look legitimate.
Oh, yeah.
I was one click away from handing over my login info.
It happens.
Yeah.
You're not alone. Phishing scams are becoming increasingly sophisticated.
You're right.
And it's easy to fall victim, even for those of us who are pretty tech savvy.
Yeah.
That's why employee training is absolutely crucial. We need to educate our workforce on how to spot those phishing emails,
Right.
create strong passwords,
Yeah.
and follow data protection protocols like it's second nature.
So it's not just about installing some software and calling it a day.
Right.
It's about making sure everyone in the company is cyber aware
Yeah,
and knows how to be responsible in the digital world.
exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And you know what? This whole conversation has got me thinking.
Yeah.
While staying on top of these trends is vital,
Mm-hmm.
let's zoom out for a second
Okay.
and consider the bigger picture.
Right.
Some experts are predicting that AI might become the main weapon in future cyber warfare.
Now that's a fascinating thought, isn't it?
It is. Imagine a world where it's AI-powered hackers versus AI-powered defenders.
Oh, wow.
Who would win in that ultimate showdown?
That's a question experts are grappling with right now.
Yeah.
The future of cybersecurity is likely to be heavily shaped by AI, and it's definitely something we'll explore more in future deep dives.
Okay.
But for now, let me leave you with this thought. Don't wait for a cyber attack to happen.
Okay.
These threats are real, and they're evolving every day. Take proactive steps to protect your business today. There are resources available, experts who can guide you through this complex world,
Right.
and knowledge is your best defense.
That's a great point to end on. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the world of cybersecurity.
Looking forward to it?
Until then, stay safe out there in the digital Wild West.
You too. You know, thinking about AI and cybersecurity,
Uh-huh.
it brings up another point that's really important.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's that?
It's not just about having the AI tools, but understanding their limitations.
Okay.
AI isn't some magical solution.
Right.
It can be tricked,
Oh, really?
just like we can.
So even with AI on our site, we can't just relax and assume everything's fine.
Exactly.
I do-
AI is a powerful tool,
Right.
but it still needs humans to oversee it and guide it.
Okay.
It's about finding that balance between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. We can use AI to handle those repetitive tasks,
Yeah.
analyze huge amounts of data,
Okay.
but we still need human expertise to make the tough decisions.
So it's like having a super smart security system,
Yeah.
but you still need a human guard to figure out what the alarms actually mean
Right.
and then decide how to respond.
Precisely.
Okay.
And that brings us back to how important human training is.
Yeah.
As AI becomes more common in cybersecurity, It's crucial to give employees the skills they need to work alongside these systems.
Right.
They need to understand how AI works,
Yeah.
what it's good at and what it's not so good at,
Uh-huh.
and how to interpret the findings.
So it's not about replacing humans with AI.
Right.
It's more about empowering humans with AI.
Exactly. It's about creating a partnership where humans and AI work together to build a safer digital world.
I like that. Teamwork makes the dream work, even in cybersecurity.
That's right.
Okay, shifting gears a bit.
Yep.
The article also mentioned the growing threat of ransomware as a service.
Yes.
It's mind-blowing that anyone can just buy a ransomware kit online and launch an attack.
Yeah.
It's like ordering pizza, but instead of a delicious meal, you get a digital hostage situation.
It is a worrying trend.
Yeah.
And it shows how easy it's becoming to access cybercrime tools. These RANS platforms are lowering the bar for entry,
Right.
which means even people with limited technical skills can launch pretty sophisticated attacks. And as we mentioned earlier, this puts businesses of all sizes at risk.
So if I'm a business owner in Florida, what can I do to protect myself from this RAS threat?
Well,
Is it enough to have good antivirus software?
antivirus software is important.
Okay.
But these days, it's not enough on its own.
Okay.
RAS attacks are designed to slip past those traditional security measures.
So what do we do?
That's why we need a multi-layered approach to cybersecurity.
Okay, let's break that down.
Okay.
What does a multi-layered approach actually look like in practice?
It means combining several security measures
Okay.
to create a much stronger defense system.
Right.
Imagine building a castle
Uh-huh.
with layers upon layers of protection.
Okay.
First, you need strong defenses around the outside, like firewalls and intrusion detection systems,
Oh.
to block unauthorized access to your network.
Right, so that's like the castle walls and the moat keeping the invaders out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you need defenses on the inside,
Okay.
like endpoint protection and data loss prevention software to protect individual devices and stop sensitive data from leaving the network.
Okay.
It's like having guards patrolling the castle,
Yeah.
keeping those valuable treasures safe.
I'm getting the picture here.
Yeah.
So multiple layers of security, each with its own specific job.
Exactly. But it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
One of the most crucial layers in this approach is data backups.
Ah, yes. Backups. They're like having a secret escape tunnel if the castle gets overtaken.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
Regular data backups are crucial for recovering from ransomware attacks and other incidents where you might lose data. By having copies of your data stored securely off-site,
Right.
you can restore your systems and get back to business, even if your main systems get compromised.
So it's like having a digital insurance policy.
You could say that.
Yeah.
And it's an insurance policy that every business, especially in Florida, should seriously consider.
All right. I'm convinced backups are a must-have in the digital world.
For sure.
But with all this talk about technology and multi-layered defenses, it makes me think back to what we said earlier about human error being a major vulnerability.
Right?
It's like having an impenetrable fortress,
Yeah.
but then leaving the back gate wide open.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Technology can only take us so far. It's often the human element that makes all the difference in cybersecurity.
Okay.
That's why employee training isn't just a good idea, it's essential.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
But it's not just about doing one training session and calling it good, right?
Right.
People forget things.
They do.
And the threats out there are always changing.
That's why ongoing training is so important.
Okay.
It's about building a culture of cybersecurity awareness within your organization.
Right.
This can involve regular training sessions, simulated phishing attacks to keep employees on their toes, and keeping everyone updated on the latest threats and best practices.
So it's about making cybersecurity a part of the company's DNA.
Yes.
Not just a box to check on a compliance checklist.
Precisely. And that leads us right back to the final point the article emphasized. Compliance with those ever-changing regulations.
Yes, the constantly shifting world of cybersecurity laws.
Yeah.
It's like trying to hit a moving target.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Cybersecurity regulations are always evolving to keep up with the changing landscape of threats.
Right.
And for businesses in Florida, it's vital to stay informed and adapt.
So what are some of the specific regulations that Florida businesses should be aware of?
Well, Florida has its own data breach notification laws, which require businesses to notify individuals and authorities if a data breach occurs. Then there are federal regulations like HAPA for healthcare providers.
Right.
and PCI DSS for businesses that handle payment card information.
Okay.
It can get pretty complex.
It does sound like a compliance jungle out there.
It can be.
How can businesses even keep track of all these rules and make sure they're doing everything right?
It can definitely be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Which is why it's often helpful to partner with cybersecurity experts who really understand compliance.
Right.
They can guide businesses through the process, help them understand their obligations, put the right security controls in place, and conduct regular audits to make sure they're staying compliant.
So having a trusted cybersecurity advisor is like having a guide through the compliance wilderness.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
They can help you navigate that complex world of regulations and ensure you're doing everything you need to protect your business and your customers' data.
This deep dive into Florida cybersecurity has been fascinating.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground, from AI and ransomware as a service to the importance of employee training and compliance.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
I bet.
There's so much more to explore in this ever-evolving landscape.
Yeah.
But what's crucial is that we've highlighted the key trends.
Right.
And the steps businesses can take to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. And as we've been discussing these trends, it's become clear that cybersecurity isn't just about the technology.
Right.
It's about the people, too.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
Technology gives us the tools.
Right.
But it's people who make the decisions, put the processes into action, and ultimately determine if a cybersecurity strategy succeeds or fails.
So it's about fostering a culture of cybersecurity awareness, giving employees the knowledge and skills they need, and creating a collaborative environment where technology and human intelligence can work together effectively.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's a message that goes beyond just Florida.
Yeah.
It's relevant to businesses of all sizes in every industry.
Right.
All around the world.
Well said. As we start wrapping up this deep dive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on something.
Sure.
We've talked about the challenges and the threats.
Yeah.
But what about the opportunities? What excites you about the future of cybersecurity?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What excites me is the potential for innovation.
Okay.
As cyber threats get more sophisticated, the solutions are evolving too.
Right.
We're seeing incredible advancements in areas like AI, machine learning, and quantum computing.
Wow.
All of which have the potential to completely change the game in cybersecurity.
That's amazing. It's like a constant game of cat and mouse.
Yeah.
With the good guys and the bad guys constantly pushing the limits of technology.
Exactly. And that's what makes this field so dynamic and engaging.
Right.
It's always something new to learn.
Yeah.
A new challenge to tackle. And a new opportunity to make a positive impact.
It sounds like a career in cybersecurity would never be boring.
That's for sure. But even if you're not a cybersecurity professional, it's important to stay informed and engaged.
Right.
Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility.
Yeah.
And by working together, we can create a safer and more secure digital world for all of us.
Well said. I think our listeners probably feeling pretty empowered with all this knowledge.
I hope so.
And ready to tackle those cybersecurity challenges head on.
Yeah. Remember, knowledge is power.
Right.
And in the digital age, cybersecurity knowledge is absolutely essential for success.
It's interesting how much this human element in cybersecurity mirrors what happens in the real world. Like, even with the best security systems, having a strong community can make a huge difference.
It can.
Think about it. Neighborhood watch programs, neighbors looking out for each other. Those things can really deter crime. It's the same idea in the digital world.
It is. It's a great comparison.
Thanks.
When businesses share information about threats, work together on solutions, and support each other's security efforts, they create a much stronger defense than they could on their own. It's like a collective immune system for the digital ecosystem.
Exactly. And this brings us back to the article's focus on Florida businesses. The Sunshine State has such a unique mix of industries.
It does.
From tourism and hospitality to finance and technology. Imagine if there was a statewide cybersecurity network where businesses of all sizes and sectors could share insights, resources, and best practices.
That would be amazing.
That would be a game changer, wouldn't it?
It absolutely would. And it fits perfectly with that collaborative spirit that you already see in Florida's business community. We're already seeing examples of this with organizations like the Florida Center for Cybersecurity and the Florida Chamber of Commerce. Taking the lead to promote cybersecurity awareness and collaboration.
That's great to hear. So it sounds like Florida is on the right track.
It is.
Recognizing that cybersecurity isn't just an IT issue, it's a crucial part of doing business.
Absolutely. And as we look ahead to 2025 and beyond, this collaborative approach is going to be essential for navigating this increasingly complex world of cybersecurity. The threats are constantly evolving. No single business or organization can handle them alone.
So it's about fostering a culture of shared responsibility where everyone understands how important cybersecurity is and contributes to creating a safer digital environment for everyone.
Precisely. And it all starts with awareness. Educating employees, customers, and partners about the risks, the best practices, and the importance of being vigilant.
So just making it part of the conversation?
Yeah, making cybersecurity part of our everyday conversations.
I love that. So it's about empowering everyone to be a cyber defender. Not just the IT expert.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, cybersecurity is about protecting what matters most. Our businesses, our data, our privacy, and our digital lives.
It's everything.
It's about creating a digital world where we can all thrive, innovate, and connect with confidence.
Well said. That's a powerful message to end on.
Thank you.
As we wrap up this deep dive into Florida cybersecurity, I want to thank you for joining us on this journey.
It's been my pleasure.
And remember, the future of cybersecurity is in our hands.
It is.
Let's work together to create a safer and more secure digital world.
For sure.
For everyone.
Absolutely.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed,
stay safe,
and stay connected.